Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Kenny's in the house today. Hi, Kenny. How are you, my friend? Thank you for hanging out with us here this morning. Glad to see that you're in. Kenny says, thank you for sharing it out, Kenny. And thank you for always supporting us. Let's see. You slept from 4 p.m. yesterday until 12:30 this morning. Well, that's pretty good for you. Sleep, sleep, sleep. So we're a little late this morning. I'm glad to see that you're here. Hopefully you're here. I don't see anybody in the chat, but that's okay. So here we are. I'm Jimmy, your astute tourist. Welcome to another morning live stream. Good morning to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Kenny's got some sleep. At least he slept until a little after midnight. And glad to see you got some sleep, my friend. Good morning to you. Hope you get your morning cup of coffee. As I spill it all over myself. But it is Wednesday. It's May 4th. May the 4th be with you, as they say. I guess they call it Star Wars Day. I'm not sure about that. It was always May 4th for me. But thank you for coming in, and thanks for hanging out with us here today. We got a few things to talk about. Not a whole lot, but I hope everything's going well in your world. We still got rain here in the Northeast, so we're hanging on the porch. The back's starting to feel a little bit better, and I hope to get back to doing some morning walking like we used to do. Molly's with me. I'm sure you can hear her rolling that bone around at times. So she's here with us, and as always, we're here with you early in the morning. We're going to spend the next 30 minutes or so with you. So yesterday we talked about some local stuff. We talked about the state of New Hampshire and some of the things that were going on here, what to visit, what to see. Today I want to find out what everybody's doing this year. What are you guys going to do this year? What are folks doing for travel this year? I have I brought up some travel news. There's something here that says what you need to know about traveling in 2022. What's the matter? What's wrong? Somebody's squeaking back there. Will the travel mandates be reinstated? Are there other travel restrictions you should know about? When will travel be normal again? I don't know if travel will ever be normal again. I don't really want to get into that stuff. I just want to talk about the fun side of travel. Want to talk about the RV, taking a plane, taking a cruise. What's everybody doing this year? Kenny, I know you're heading out for the cruise in October, and that sounds like a lot of fun. I really wish I could be with you guys on that cruise. Sounds like it'd be a good time, and it's a good way to meet a lot of folks. And we've only got one person in the chat today. That's a little disheartening. We usually do 3, 4, 5 people, but if you are in the chat, throw a number 1 in the chat for me in the comments section. Let me know you're here. Let me know who you are. If it's you, Kenny. I don't see too many people chiming in at all. We got our banner up. We got our branding. Oh, it is Kenny. All right, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. So you got some sleep last night. That's a good thing. I'm imagining you're drinking your coffee. Coffee is the fuel that we run on for sure. I definitely need to have 5 or 6 cups of coffee till about noontime every day. It's the fuel that keeps me going, and so that's it on coffee. But as I was saying yesterday, here in the state, there was a major fire up north in one of the resort areas, which was sad. But hopefully they'll get that straightened out, and they're going to work on legislation, I think, to require sprinklers in a lot of those old hotels and inns. Molly got her bone back. She's rolling it around. I think today we're going to book a trip up to Arundel, Maine. We're going to go up to Bentley's Saloon and RV Resort up there at the end of June. Spend a long weekend up there, which is a lot of fun. You don't really have to leave the property there. If you like to eat food and you like live bands and that kind of thing, it's a good place to go. Good morning, loves me. Aha. Loves me, loves you. New handle. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Good evening to you. Hope all is well in your world. Thank you for stopping in this morning. Like I said earlier, we're on the porch. It's been raining for the last couple of days. They say today is going to be the last day of rain here this week. Tomorrow it's supposed to be beautiful. It's going to be really warm. It'll be in the low to mid 70s, which is nice. That'll be a welcome change for us, right? You changed your name. You changed your handle. I love it. But yeah, so it's going to be good weather here. I hope you're having good weather where you're at. I hope it's warm in Tennessee, Kenny, and I hope it's a beautiful evening over in the Philippines. I know you said the other day you guys were having some rain, but it's our turn now. We get the rain here. But I was saying we're going up to Bentley's in Maine. I always do this backwards because of the camera. But I'm wearing one of their shirts here. You can see there's a motorcycle on there. A lot of bikers go up there. It's in Arundel, Maine. It's owned by it's owned by a retired race car driver who raced at Indy. His name is Bentley Warren, and if you want to look him up, he's had a pretty good career as a race car driver, and it's owned by him. Yeah, no walking today because of the rain. Between my back hurting and now it's been raining, we haven't done much walking, but I want to get back out there and start walking again. I definitely need it. I've been doing good. Speaking of walking, I've lost probably 12 pounds since the last few weeks, which is good. I gained a lot of weight over the winter and just kind of threw caution to the wind. I was eating a lot of sweets and donuts at work and that kind of stuff. So, and not eating healthy portions of food. So I'm back at it. Like I said, I'm down about 12 pounds and I got a ways to go yet because I did gain a considerable amount of weight. I'm starting to feel better in terms of that. It's funny, you lose a few pounds and you certainly can feel the difference. So I'm on my way to getting a little bit more healthy, especially moving on in life. I'll be another year older in June, is when my birthday is. I'll be 58. So I'm pushing up to 60 years old, and I just want to be in the best health I can be for Colleen and for me and for you all. If you could see my cup, there's my shameless plug for our swag. You want to go to teespring.com and look up the Astute store. And you'll be able to find t-shirts and stickers, pint glasses, coffee mugs, and all kinds of stuff with our branding on it. So we appreciate the support. The money will that we use from our proceeds from the store help support the channel. Helps us. This year, it's going to help provide us gas to get to some of the travels that we want to do and bring those experiences back to you. And we do donate some of the money as well. The Helping Hands for Cruising, we do participate in that. So some of the money that we get from the store will go to support them. We played this guessing game, I think, before, and I don't know if I got your age, loves. I hate to, my mother taught me a valuable lesson, and you never try to guess a woman's age. Good morning, V. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Do you have your green tea? I hope you do. Thank you for stopping in this morning, you guys. I really appreciate it. But if I had to guess your age, you're 30. I think we've been down this road before. Kenny got it, I think. Kenny, didn't you guess? Her age last time? Anybody want to come up in the stream? I'm going to post the link. Let me put that up here. So, all right, there's the link. If you guys want to come up, let me know, and you can come on up in the stream. It'll be good to have you in if you'd like. But yeah, my mom said, never guess a woman's age. There's always those awkward things, where you may see. I know I've seen some girls before, and you're not sure whether they're pregnant or not, and you don't want to go up and say, "Oh, when are you due?" Because they may not be due forever. Just saying. So those are some of the things that, at least for me, I know I try to avoid. And the big one is avoid asking a girl her age. I'm not very good at that anyway. Certainly not good at that. The girls typically look either younger than they are to me, or a lot older than they look. So I'm never good at that. But what does that say? Hide current content. I don't want to hide anything. So there's the link if you guys want to come up. Not due forever, right, B? Yeah. Again, that's one of those things I try to avoid. That's awkward. If you ask somebody, "Hey, when are you due?" and they're like, "I'm not pregnant." Definitely an awkward situation to be in. Oh my goodness. Yep, been there, done that. Not a good thing. So that's one of the things I definitely avoid. It's always, "Hey, how you doing? You look great," regardless of what condition you think they're in. Yeah, that's good stuff. But I'm glad you're in with us this morning. It is a little bit wet here today. It's not currently raining, but it's been raining for about a day and a half. They said today is going to be the last of the rainy days this week. Like I said, it's going to be in the 70s tomorrow, which I'm excited for. Especially Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days that I work outside. So yesterday was kind of a wet day for me. Definitely had to wear my raincoat and a hat. But tomorrow I'll be outside, and it should be a great day. Hopefully I'll be able to go coatless, jacketless. How's the weather, V, where you're at? Have you been getting the warm days? I hope so. Good morning, Paul. How are you, sir? Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad to see you, and I hope everything is well in your neck of the woods. I hope you got your cup of coffee. I certainly got mine. Definitely got my my cup of Joe. And again, I wouldn't be able to run on the day or run through the day without my my cup of coffee. So I'm glad you guys stopped in. Anybody doing any traveling? What are you going to do this year? We've got several things planned. We're going to be going to Maine. In fact, I'm going to be booking a trip up to Maine towards the end of June. Today, I'm going to do that. But we have a Memorial Day weekend. We're going up to Lake Winnipesaukee, which is the largest lake in the state. It's a very large lake. It encompasses many towns, over 10 towns. It's very big. We're also going to, we'll be planning a trip down to Massachusetts at the end of the year. We're going to another trip in Maine at the end of July. September, we're going up to Lake Ossipee, which is up north here in New Hampshire. We're kind of staying local just because of we're not sure what the gas prices are going to be like. And I have an 80-gallon tank in my RV. So you do the math. We're looking, it's right around $4 a gallon right now. So, yeah, it's going to be $300 to fill my tank. So it's a little pricey, but we'll do our best, and we'll make the best of it. We're definitely going to do some traveling, at least, like I said, stay local. We do want to take a trip to Vermont, and I know Colleen wants to go out towards upstate New York to the to wine country out there along the Finger Lakes. There's a lot of vineyards out there that she, some of the wines that she enjoys there. So V-Sing's looking almost $6 a gallon where you're at. Yeah, I know for diesel they're up over $6 right now, and we're just over we're just over 4 here in southern New Hampshire, and the prices keep rising, which is ridiculous. Unfortunately, we just have to deal with it. So, but like I said, we're going to make the best of it. So the temps are not bad, around 10 degrees Celsius, which is, I think we're probably right around that. Maybe a little colder this morning. We're probably, I'm going to say it's probably 40 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is a little chilly, but not too bad. But so anybody going away? I know Kenny's going on he's going on the cruise in October. Anybody else going on the cruise for the October meetup and the cruise? That sounds like a lot of fun. I wish we could go, and you never know. You may end up seeing us on it, but right now we don't have any plans to go on that one. I would like to take a cruise, but this year you are joining Kenny on the cruise. Fantastic. Yeah, you guys are going to have a ball. If we don't end up going, I'll definitely be living vicariously through all of you. I expect lots of videos and photographs, of course. Hopefully, you'll be able to go live on board. I know that I've seen some channels, they're able to do that. I don't know how that works. If you, I guess you'd have to pay that extra Wi-Fi, I guess, when you're on board ship. That way you have full access to everything. I know we went on a Carnival cruise last year or the year before, and we bought like the texting package, but I don't think that included being able to get online. So that'll be fun. I'm happy to see that you're going to be going on that October meetup. Sounds like a lot of fun. I would like to take a cruise over to the Mediterranean. I have some friends this year. I think they're going in June or July. They're going to be going to Greece and all the Greek islands, and that sounds like a lot of fun. I would really like to go to another country like that and visit some of the ancient sites. Some of you may be aware that that's my thing. I'm into history, and we went down to Mexico a couple of years ago, and I went to some of the ancient Mayan sites there, which was just a bucket list for me. I want to go to more. I'd like to travel the planet and see some of these ancient sites, the pyramids, and go to Greece and Minoa and some of these other places that have a lot of ancient buildings and ancient ruins. That stuff intrigues me. It's very intriguing to wonder how these folks back then that didn't have, electricity or cranes or anything like that, how they were able to build these things. That sounds like a secret. It's a mystery, but I'm not sure. So that to me sounds cool. But yeah, Vermont is a place we'd like to go to next as well. I've been there a few times, obviously living right next door. Speaking of Greece, hey, New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. How are you today? Glad to see you. Hello, Hope Bus. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in. Thanks so much. I was just talking about I would like to take a cruise over to the Greek islands. Of course, Cyprus would be one of them. I'd like to stop there and see that. Um, so, Paul, saying Vermont has the best syrup to a guy living in New Hampshire. Now that's fighting words. New Hampshire has the best maple syrup by far. But between Maine, Canada, New Hampshire, and Vermont, we do get a lot of maple syrup here, and it's all really good. But living in New Hampshire, I'm partial to the New Hampshire maple syrup. In fact, the syrup season had just ended, and I know that the yield wasn't that good this year. I'm not exactly sure why, but there was, right, Paul? Yes, sir. But we do hope to get over to Vermont. Vermont's a beautiful state. If you've never been there and you get a chance to go, I mean, New England itself is beautiful here. This is the birthplace of our nation, is right here. So if you like history, there's a lot of it, especially American history, of course. A lot of Northeastern American Indian history here as well. Tribes like the Pemigewasset and many others originated from here. Of course, this was a British settlement, and then the shot heard around the world was just south of here, which maybe about 30 minutes from here, where the revolution began. So a lot of history here. Vermont, you had the Green Mountain Boys. John Stark was one of those guys, and he was actually born in the town that I grew up in. So if you like American history, there's a lot of it here. But just the sites of Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire. I mean, we have the seacoast, and we have mountains, lush green forests, and there's lots to do here. If you ever get a chance to come to New England, I highly recommend it. Right now is we're just starting to get into the spring and summer tourist season. One of the big things here in New Hampshire, starting on Father's Day weekend, is Bike Week. It's kind of like Sturgis in a way, but it's a big biker event. They have motorcycle races up in Loudon at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and everybody goes up to Lake Winnipesaukee. Weirs Beach and Laconia is huge. That's where most of the bikers will be. There's a lot of partying going on up there that time of year. So that's a big event here. That'll be coming up soon. But the camping season here is just starting. The beaches are starting to open up. Still a little cold, but I know was it 2 weeks ago now? I was over at Hampton Beach, which is right on the ocean, and a lot of the places over there are opened up. I had myself a New England lobster dinner, clam bake with steamed clams and corn, and of course lobster and that. If you like that type of stuff, that's the best in the world here. Some of the best seafood in the world. Very good food, and a lot of fun. A lot of partying going on, lots of drinking establishments. And yesterday we talked all about the area. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, over on the seacoast as well, is a good place to go. A lot of history there as well. It's an old seaport, and we have the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard is there, and they still build ships for the Navy. Nuclear powered ships and submarines are built there, which isn't very far away from me at all. So, making you hungry, right, Kenny? I know you just put out a taste test video the other day, and I haven't seen it yet, so I got to get over there. Yeah, the seafood is fantastic here. We have, like I said, there's lobster. Which is it's Molly is whining. Molly is all wound up. Hold on a minute. I have to untangle the puppy. Did you get tangled? You're tangled. Well, that's not good. You're not supposed to be tangled. Give me 1 second, folks. All right, there you go. Sorry about that. Duty calls. Poor Molly. She was all wound around the post there on the porch. But I got to take care of my puppy. Yep, there she goes. So she's all back in form. So maybe if we talk about sleep, maybe just maybe Kenny will want to sleep. Kenny actually said he slept until 12:30 this morning, from about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So he did get a few hours sleep. Between that and the amount of coffee he drinks, I think he's good for another couple days. But what were we talking about? Oh, the lobster and the seafood, right? If you've never been to New England, your food alone, you don't know what you're missing. Like Paul said, I mean, the maple syrup alone, if you like pancakes and maple syrup, there's nothing like the syrup from here. And again, I'm partial to New Hampshire, but it's all very good. Vermont, Maine, of course, Canada. But we have those lobsters. We have steamed clams, if you like that kind of thing. Oysters, right from the coldest water. We have scallops. We call them scallops, not scallops, but there's lots of that fresh seafood. Haddock is a white fish. We had codfish. When I was a kid, my grandmother used to make codfish cakes, which is one of my favorites. But yeah, that's we get all that good kind of food here. You know, it's like any locale where you go in the country, they boast some sort of good food. Do I do any fishing? I do. I do mostly freshwater fishing. I like to trout fish, and I like to fish in the streams and the brooks. We have a lot of native brook trout here in the state. But we have, of course, lake trout, and there's brown trout and rainbow trout. I'm a big trout fisherman. I wouldn't say big anymore. I haven't done a lot of it, but I do go fishing throughout the year. It's a very good, what's the word, I guess? It's good therapy for me. There's nothing like grabbing a thing of night crawlers and my fishing pole, and I'll put on an old pair of sneakers, and I'll wade through some of the small rivers and the brooks here, and I'll definitely go fishing. It's a lot of fun. We can also charter boats on the seacoast, and you can go out and you can do cod fishing trips, haddock fishing trips. That's a lot of fun. You can do half-day trips and whole-day trips, and that's a whole lot of fun. That's a whole different kind of fishing, but those are good times. So yeah, we do fishing. How about you, V? Do you fish at all? Does anybody do any fishing? Paul, do you do any fishing? Kenny, do you go fishing down in Tennessee? Fishing's a lot of fun. It's definitely fishing. They don't call it catching. Some days you go out and you get skunked. Come home with nothing but memories, but that's still not bad. We do. We have to have a fishing license here. I think when you turn 16, either 14 or 16 is when you need to have a fishing license. As a boy, I grew up on a lake, so we did a lot of fishing as a kid. And as a kid, we didn't need fishing licenses, but we do need them here. If you get caught fishing without a license, you do get a fine. So the tranquility, perfect, right? Yeah, I love to fish. It does. It's like I said, it's good therapy for me, especially when I'm out wading through a brook because you're alone and you have a lot of thinking time. I'll tell you a quick story. I was in Vermont. There's a lot of good brook trout fishing in Vermont. So I go up there and do some fishing. So I went up with a buddy of mine a few years ago, and he went one way up the brook, or it was more of a river, but shallow. And I went down, and I was heading downstream. And I'm fishing, and I was catching some good size brook trout. Up here, 11, 12-inch brook trout are pretty good. So I had a couple of them on my stringer that was tied to my belt. And I turn a bend in the river, and I look up, and there's a black bear standing on the edge of the river, and he's looking down, drinking. And the minute I noticed him, he turned his head and he noticed me, and I think he was just as shocked to see me as I was to see him. And he turned around and ran in the woods, and I ran the opposite direction. That was a first for me. I had never seen a bear like that while I was fishing. I mean, I've seen bears before, but not like that. And talk about being startled. And I didn't want anything to do with that bear, of course. So, especially with having fresh fish hanging off of the stringer that was attached to my belt, I decided to turn around and go the other way. So the bear, he fared fine, and so did I. So, but that's one of my fishing stories from a few years ago. Let's see. No fishing there. The restaurants go across to the sea and catch what you order in the fishing villages. Yeah, that sounds very good. You guys have a lot of different fish than we have, of course, here. You guys have a lot of squid and octopus, I'm sure, that you eat, as well as some of the other different types of fish. I would love to experience that. I've had squid and octopus before, and it's very good. Paul says he loves to fish. Just doesn't ever go. I barely made it. Right, B? That's a good one. You got me laughing again. Kenny had me going with his tongue slap his brain comment the other day too. That's one of the funniest things. I love that little montage that you made, V, of him saying that. I haven't laughed that hard. I laughed so hard I almost peed. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. My goodness, look at the time. It's 6:55. You know what that means. I need to get ready to go to that place we call work. I'd love to just stay here and chat with all of you. The squid and the octopus. Someday I'll make it over there to the Mediterranean and hopefully get to meet you. My grandfather was born on the island of Rhodes. I would like to go to the town where he was born. And he was born in a town called Cremasty on the island of Rhodes. And that's where I would like to visit and see where he was born. So I am part Greek. And one day I'll hopefully get over to Greece and see the fatherland or the homeland, as they say. So thank you, V. So we're going to get going here. Don't forget PMA. PMA will save your day. That's positive mental attitude. So have a positive thought today. It definitely will bring you, if you're feeling a little down, think something positive. It'll help bring you up and hopefully stay positive for the rest of the day. I always salute the flag. You can see it behind me. That's the red, white, and blue Old Glory. That's our flag. And no matter where you are, salute and enjoy and respect your flag. Think about the folks that have sacrificed so much so that we can do so much. I certainly am very proud to be a member of this great country we live in. And like I said, no matter where you are in the world, support your flag, support your country, and your fellow citizens. I really appreciate all of you guys. I hope you know how much I do. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all your support. I want to thank you for stopping in today. Molly and I both thank you. So I wish you all peace, and I wish you love from deep down in my heart. And with that said, my name is Jimmy. I am your astute tourist, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 6:20 a.m. So come on back. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later.